Hey, welcome to the Nursing Dose with your host, Farah, aka Dr. Laurent. Today, I'm going to be talking to all my nurses out there, my new nurses, specifically in the California area, on how to attract your dream role, making 100 to 170K. All right. If you are a nurse watching this and you're in the California area, put Cali in the comments. And if you are ready to learn how to attract your dream role as a new nurse, put ready in the comments. And then let me know where you're watching from, what city, what country. If you happen to be watching right now, if you happen to be watching the replay, same thing, put any comments, questions you may have down in the chat. All right. So for those who don't know me, I help new graduate nurses in the New York and California area land their dream job in less than 90 days. That's right, less than 90 days, making anywhere from 100K to 175,000. Okay. And if you don't believe me, you don't got to listen to me. Go to my website, nursefair.com. You'll check it out there. Or you can go on LinkedIn for those of you on LinkedIn and check out my recommendations. My most recent client made about 170K in the California area, in the Bay Area particularly, landed a labor and delivery position and is working day shift now. Okay, so why am I sharing this information with you? Why do I care? Why am I coming on here every week, showing up, giving you the game, giving you the gems in the game in nursing and really how to land these positions? Why do I care so much? Like, why, right? It's because when I first started as a new nurse, my clinical instructor literally laughed in my face and was like, Farah, you'll never be an emergency nurse. You should go to med surg. It'll never happen. You'll never be an ER nurse. And I was like, what? So basically, what I'm doing today is helping my younger self. And this is why I'm so passionate about helping new nurses land their dream role. So that could be in the hospital or outside the hospital, whatever your heart desires. I'm here. So let's get into it. Okay. So if you're ready, put ready in the comments. How can you do it? Number one, you need clarity. What am I talking about when I say clarity? A lot of new nurses, I'll get on consultation calls with them and they're like, I'm open to any role in all roles. Wrong. You don't want to do that. You need to be intentional, be reflective, and do the actual work to realize what skills and strengths do you have and what do you enjoy most? What population do you enjoy most working with? Is it the elderly? Is it the young? Is it NICU? Is it critical care settings? What environment do you want to be in? Do you want to be in a fast-paced environment like the emergency department? That's what I did. I landed my dream role in the ER as a nursing student before I even wrote my boards. And this was 20 years ago in Canada. And I started working 2 days after graduation. I was intentional. I was clear about it. I said, nobody can tell me anything. This is where I belong. I am starting in the emergency department. I knew that's where I belonged. I did my last rotation in the ER, and I knew that was my jam. I was like, this is where I belong. So that's the clarity that you need. Don't start your job hunt, job search, and start applying for every single job that you see out there because you're not going to get it. And this is what I'm talking about when I say attracting your dream role, right? You need to be intentional. You need to believe that it's going to happen, right? And that's the clarity piece that you need to be able to move forward, to devise a plan that can get you that dream role that's going to make you 100 to 175K as a new nurse. Okay. So that is really what you need to do, is gain that clarity. And how do you gain that clarity? Is it talking to your mom about or dad about what you should do, or talking to your nursing friends about what they think you should do? No. You need to do the work yourself and really look deep and say, what is it that I enjoyed in my clinical placements? What did I not enjoy? And if you need help in this clarity realm, that's what I do with my clients. We go through a series of questions. There's personality tests that you can take. There's a realm of things that you can do to find out what nursing position is for you. So, in fact, I'll help you right now quickly. If you are someone who is extremely organized, you're type A, you like things done a certain way, you have impeccable attention to detail, then, you know, maybe critical care is something where you would thrive, right? Maybe the critical care setting is something you would enjoy. For me, on the other side, for anyone who loves the ER, if you love fast-paced environments, you like trauma. So I started in a trauma unit. Uh, you love seeing, you know, things that are exciting and new every single day. You don't know what to expect next. That's what you're going to get in the emergency department, specifically working in a trauma unit or hospital, right? So we would get accidents that would come in. We would get gunshots, you know, whatever, depending on what area, you know, you can get a snake bite come in, whatever it is, you have to be prepared for it all. You can get mass casualties if there's like a huge, you know, accident on the highway or whatever it is. Those are the type of patients that you're going to get. But in the ER, you see everything. You're going to see anything from, you know, babies all the way up to the elderly, and you need to be prepared to take care of that you know, spectrum of patients. So if that's something that you love to do, then maybe that's your area. If you don't want anything to do with the hospital, you hate the hospital, then maybe you need to be in an outpatient setting. Maybe you need to be in public health or a community center where you're doing a lot of education, a lot of presentations, really connecting with the community. So that's the beauty of nursing. There is a role for everyone in nursing. Whatever it is that your heart desires, you can find. And I can help you do that as a nurse career coach. Like I said, my background, I have 20 years of experience in emergency medicine, working both in Canada and in various places in the US. I also went into education. I was a clinical instructor at NYU School of Nursing. I then held multiple roles as the director of education, all the way up to director of nursing programs to associate dean. So in the academic setting and in the clinical setting, I have a lot of different experience, which helps me guide my new nurses and clients to the right direction. And then you also have to look at the environment, meaning, are you entering a healthy work environment, right? That is also key in your very first nursing position. All right, so if you're just joining me, I am going through a couple tips on how new nurses, specifically in the California area, can attract their dream role, making 100 to 175K. All right, so number one was clarity, and then find out where you want to work. Do you want to work in South, you know, in the San Diego, you know, South Cali area, or do you want to work in Northern California or Central, whatever it is? You also need to know, am I willing to move? Like, do I want to move to Northern California because they typically pay a little bit more in Northern California? You know, looking at that, and then looking at your travel time. How much do you want to commute? All those things you have to take into consideration when you want to get that dream role. Okay, so number one is clarity. Number two is mindset. I talk about mindset all the time. So a lot of, you know, I kind of joke about this, but a lot of the new nurses that come to me and we have consultation calls, and I just did a newsletter about this recently. The first thing they'll say is that Oh my goodness, I live in a highly competitive area, like the Bay Area. I hear that all the time, and I'm like, it's not competitive. It's not. It's a mindset because I'm like, how come all of my clients that I work with from Cali are getting their dream offers, sometimes same week offers or same day? It's because of their mindset, and that's what we work on. When they come to me as a client, as a coach, we work on clarity and mindset because, as you know, if your mind is not in the right place, even if you're taking a test, right? If you think that you're going to fail the test, you've already, counted yourself out before you even start taking the test. So, same thing in the job search process. You have to be able to attract your dream job. So, this means your mind has to be positive, it has to be open to abundance. So, I talk about abundance mindset all the time. Scarcity mindset is when you're stuck in negativity and you keep thinking from a place of lack, that there's not enough. Oh, there's not enough jobs. There aren't enough opportunities. I'm not going to get this. I don't interview well, blah, blah, blah. Please get out of that. And this is what I said. This is what I help my clients get out of, to really enter that abundance mindset, to be open to receiving, right? In order to have that mindset, you have to think, I am enough, I am worthy, I am prepared. The people in this particular area need me. So for me, it was the emergency department. I'm like, I am going to advocate for these patients. I'm going to advocate for the community. This is what I know how to do. I know how to reduce stress and anxiety in these individuals that are coming into the hospital scared, anxious, and at their worst time, right? Who wants to go to the emergency room, right? No one. So when they come to the emergency, it's obviously for a reason. So you have to think from a place of service, like, this is what I belong. This is where I belong. I am meant to do this. I am being called. This is my purpose, whatever it is, right? To be in this area. And that's the mindset that you have to have. And then you have to come from a mindset like, the hospitals need you, or the community centers need you. The outpatient center needs you more than you need them, right? You are prepared. Okay. Have you heard they talk about this nursing shortage, right? So you are in demand. So stop playing small and stop thinking that you're not enough. Stop thinking that you're not going to get the job. It's all in your head. So to me, this is what I instill in my clients. I'm like, you're going to go in there. The job is yours. Who wants to waste their time interviewing multiple candidates? You are qualified. The reason they're calling you is because you're qualified. You just need to go in there and slay. That's it. And just get the position. Okay. So that's mindset. Number 3 is confidence. That's what we're talking about. Confidence. Okay. How do you attract your dream role? Is confidence. The way you show up, whether it's online or in person, networking events, the way you talk to other people, that's how you're going to attract. Okay. And don't just apply and sit back and wait. You need to make things happen. So go to conferences, go to networking events, start networking when you are a nursing student in the California area, right? If you know there's a particular hospital that you want to work in, maybe get a position there, start making those connections, okay? You have to have that confidence. Walk up to the nurse manager and say, hey, I'm a senior nursing student in San Jose or in San Francisco at this particular school. I graduate this time frame and I'm interested to work on your unit. Please tell me how I can work on your unit. You have to have the confidence to be able to do that. And when you get to your interview stage, this is what we work on. We work on an interview pitch on how to position yourself for success and how to articulate your value in terms of communication, right? So you have to demonstrate that you're competent, that you have the skills, the traits for that particular role that you're applying for, and you have to communicate with confidence. That's it. That's how you attract the role. So much so that the interviewer is going to be like, oh my goodness, I don't want to let this candidate slip through our fingers because they're probably interviewing for multiple roles. We want this candidate at our hospital. So let's make the offer quickly. And this is how you attract your dream role, right? And really connecting, having the confidence to just have a conversation with the interviewer. They're human. It's just a conversation. So stop making it like it's a interrogative process, like question, answer, question, answer. You have to be natural, you have to be confident. And how are you confident during an interview? You have to be prepared. And again, if you want to learn how to work with me and how to be confident in your interview, then please message me so that we can see if we be a potential fit to work together, because I don't work with just any nurse. And like I said, the majority of my clients are from the California area. So if you're a nurse watching right now, you could be a nursing student or a new nurse. And if you're interested, please direct message me. Okay. And we have to be connected on LinkedIn for you to message me. Or if you happen to be watching on Facebook or YouTube because I'm streaming live, then go to LinkedIn and message me, or go to nursefair.com, and that's fair with one R, nursefair.com, and you can book a consultation call there. But the easiest thing would be just to message me on LinkedIn. Okay. And if you find this helpful, also let me know if this is helpful. One quick tip for all you nursing students in the Cali area: do not wait until you graduate or until you pass your NCLEX to start applying for jobs. You can start applying for jobs as early as 6 months before graduation, because it can take anywhere from 3 to 6 months for you to graduate. You're welcome. Because if you don't, you can literally be sitting around with no job for about 6 months to a year, and you don't want that to happen. Okay. Number 4, one of my favorite things to talk about: dress to impress. Wherever you're going, if it's a conference, if it's a nursing event, dress to impress. And especially on your interview. Listen, I talk to nurses all the time. Like I said, I help nurses land dream jobs, making 100 to 175K. Why would you go to a interview not dressed well? Please tell me that. Why would you not invest in an outfit and take the time to really look your best? And that means not wearing black. I'm not saying black is not something nice to wear. However, you want to be able to stand out. So when I say dress to impress, you have to be able to stand out from the crowd. So my clients know me. You're not going to wear black. You're not going to wear gray, and you're not going to wear blue. Why? Because everybody else does that. And what we're not going to do is what everybody else does, because that's the way you stand out and attract your dream role. Look at me. I'm wearing yellow today on purpose because I love bright colors, and I was not always this way. Look, I got pink nails. This is my part of my personal brand now. And I talk about personal brand quite a bit. And this is another piece of what we work on together when I work with my clients, particularly on LinkedIn, because it starts on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the new resume for people. If you didn't know, 95% of recruiters will go on LinkedIn and search you up. Hiring managers will go and start searching you up. So you should at least have a photo that stands out, that's forward facing, that you're smiling in, and then looks like yourself, right? Extremely important. The other thing for all my ladies out there, right? Like I said, invest in yourself. This could be also in terms of your makeup. I don't like wearing makeup that much. I don't know how to do it. I'm horrible at putting on makeup. Like I'll probably put on some lipstick, and today I forgot to put on lipstick or eyeliner or something like that. But research shows that people who look better, even have makeup on, will typically make more in their job. They'll get a better offer. Okay. That's just the way of the world. Okay. So this is what I'm talking about. You have to dress to impress. Okay. And you don't necessarily have to wear a suit if you don't want to wear a suit. I had one of my clients, her name was Lauren, and again, from the California area. She got a job. I can't remember the hospital now, but it was in North Cali. She didn't want to wear a suit. So we had her wear, I believe she wore a white dress and she had like a blue blazer. Okay. Another tip, blue is an extremely good color to wear, not navy blue, but light blue or a different hue or cobalt blue, because it is the most well-liked color and the most trusted color. All right, so that's number 4, dress to impress. Okay, so again, to recap, number 1 is clarity, number 2 is mindset, number 3 is confidence, number 4 is dress to impress, and then number 5 is invest in yourself. You need to be able to invest in yourself. So for me, as a nurse career coach, I've invested in myself with other coaches, marketing coaches, business coaches, things like that. So as a new nurse, can you go into the interview and just wing it and just like try it out? Sure. But guess what? You might be risking potentially losing your dream job if you are not prepared for the interview. The other thing, on the education front, you should be investing in certifications such as ACLS, BLS, NRP, whatever it is, your specialty area that you want to get into. You need to have the appropriate certifications. Yeah, someone told me they'll pay, if I get hired, they're going to pay for it. The hospital will train me. Yes, they will. But guess what? You actually have to get hired first. So if I have 2 resumes or 2 individuals, one has all the certifications for a critical care position, one has none, who do you think I'm going to choose, right? And then if this candidate also belongs to, let's say, an organization, let's say it's critical care, right? And they belong to the AACN, which is the organization for critical care nurses. And they've done a bunch of education, right? They even bring a brag folder. So I call it a brag folder, literally all your certifications, recommendations, things like that, put it together. They will be blown away. And I'm giving you all the secrets and all the gems. So like I said, investing in yourself is key. And you might think like, oh, I don't have the money to invest in a career coach like myself, right? I'm just going to do it on my own. But guess what? You could be sitting at home for 6 months with no job. Some of you watching this probably have been interviewing for months and months. You can't even get an interview, or when you get an interview, they're not choosing you for the offer because you don't have all the things set up, right? You don't have the clarity. You're not communicating with confidence. You're not showing up with confidence. You're not articulating your value, right? You're not having a conversation. You're not connecting with the interviewer, right? You're rambling. You're nervous. How do you get rid of all those things? Through preparation, through investing in a nurse career coach like myself, who can literally give you the roadmap, the blueprint to success on how to attract your dream role. So if you are ready to attract your dream role, put dream role in the comments and direct message me. And again, I only work with nurses in the California area who are ambitious and who are ready to put in the work, ready to be visible, ready to start working on their personal brand, their confidence, their mindset to really attract your dream role. So if that's you and you would like to work with me, please direct message me. I also have a group program that I'm going to be starting very soon that I have a wait list for. And I'm only accepting 10 senior nursing students or new grads into this program. And again, it's exclusive. It's only going to be 10. So if you're interested in that program as well, message me. Or if you think like, I don't want to be in a group, I need Farah's full-on attention, one-on-one coaching, then direct message me as well. All right. So I hope this was helpful. I got to run. That was my 5 tips on how to attract your dream role as a new nurse, making 100 to 175K in the California area. And again, number 1 is clarity. Number 2, mindset. Number 3 is confidence. Number 4, dress to impress. Number 5 is to invest in yourself. All right. So that's it for me today. Follow me for more content. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Nursing Dose with Farah. Subscribe on Spotify. And follow me. Just hit my bell on LinkedIn for more content. Let's get it. Have a good day.